Peace, peace, fam.
Hey, fam.
How's the family doing?
How's it doing? We are live.
That's right, family. Live on a Thursday night.
That's right. Live stream going up on a Thursday.
Yeah, that's right, family. And we got a spicy live stream tonight.
That's a fact. That's
Oh,
a fact.
do we? Let me go ahead and just get right to it, family. Let me go ahead and show you this super cool thumbnail designed by yours truly.
Yes, it's a good one. It's really good.
Let me know what you think, fam. You agree or disagree? They don't see it yet. They're going to see it here in a second. YouTube says excellent condition, so we rolling with it. Stephen A. Simp.
What you guys think?
Check it out. If you're not familiar with why we are entitling this thumbnail Stephen A. Simp, it is because
he recently apologized about some of the comments that he made about Jasmine Crockett. Now, if you guys have not checked out our video on the whole Stephen A. Smith, Jasmine Crockett thing, please feel free to do so you can be up to date. But anyway, let's just say he was saying some things about how Jasmine Crockett speaks and how basically she's not getting her job done and all she does is talk about Trump.
Yeah.
And so now he's walking it back.
Yeah, he sure is, man. He sure is, fam.
He's walking it back and he's apologizing. And also, there's a lot of men who are not feeling him apologizing. So we're going to get off into all of that tonight, family. Let me tell you, this is going to be a spicy one.
The title of today's live stream, Stephen A. Smith apologizes. Emotional black men outraged. Yes, there's a lot of emotional black men that are pissed off that Stephen A. Smith apologized. So Stephen A. Smith, do not take this thumbnail personal.
No, I'm sure he's used to it at this point.
Yeah, we are not calling you a simp. We have a question mark, as you see. There's a question mark.
And it's red. So
yeah. And we're wondering what you think, family. Do you think that Stephen A. is a simp for apologizing to Jasmine Crockett? Jasmine Crockett is a U.S. representative of the 30th District of Texas, if you're wondering. And she is one who is not shy, and she is one who is never scared.
She is outspoken for sure.
That's right, family. So let's go ahead and get to the outrage, shall we?
Yes, let's go ahead on. So with our first video, we are going to go ahead on and get into the apology and what did Stephen A. Smith actually say?
Yeah, what did he apologize for?
He's walking it back.
If you watched our last video, then you will understand. But we're going to hear from Stephen A. Smith.
Yes.
Smith,
not simp?
Not simp. No, it's not. No. Where is it? You be the judge.
You be the judge. Y'all let us know in the comments.
All right, let's go full screen. Make sure the mic is turned all the way up. We good. Yup. Cool. Let's get it. This one right here.
I wanted to take a moment because I saw something disturbing in regards to President Donald Trump and how he came at Representative Jasmine Crockett. And I wanted to take this opportunity to attack this issue as it pertains to me and Jasmine Crockett because I personally have had an issue with how things have been misconstrued and misinterpreted. But at the end of the day, I have to own it. And that's what I'm going to do today.
Oh.
And so when somebody
he said he gonna own it.
He gonna own it, huh?
Wow.
So he's saying that I guess everybody, the public, has misinterpreted what he has to say. Yeah, we'll see about that.
To me, Stephen.
1 second. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, just want to make sure. All right, family, let's go.
Rather than. And so when somebody says to me, Stephen, rather than point to her and her verbiage and her language and how she talked about the president. What about how he talks? I have no problem with that. I can understand.
Yeah, and to Stephen A. Smith's point, I mean, Donald Trump has said all types of things, all types of stuff that's off the wall.
No, you don't say.
He actually has. And he actually did talk about Jasmine Crockett. Said Jasmine Crockett had a low IQ. He can't believe that she's in Congress. So he definitely has talked about Jasmine Crockett, and he's the president. So
It's the president of the United States of America.
Man, yeah, exactly. Very professional.
And if that is the reason that everybody is in an uproar, that is fine. And I have no problem apologizing to that to my sister because, damn it, I want her to know I don't feel that way about her. Just like I didn't feel that way about Kamala Harris. Just like I don't feel that way about the marvelous, the wonderful, the incomparable, the greatest first lady ever, Michelle Obama, in my estimation. Or anybody else. But what we're going to do on this show is understand who the hell I am. And how it's going to be as long as I'm doing this show. I have no problem apologizing. If I'm wrong, I have no problem apologizing. If I've made somebody feel a certain kind of way. But I'm going to challenge the legitimacy of what people come at me with when I think that challenge is warranted and deserved. If you
So as we heard, he's saying he apologizes for how it came off when it comes to Jasmine Crockett. He's saying, hey, you know, I didn't mean it in that way. I didn't mean it in the way that you took it. You know, so kind of interesting.
Yeah, but he wants to challenge the legitimacy of the backlash that he got.
It sounds like
that what he's trying to say?
It sounds like he's trying to I don't know exactly.
Like, huh?
Exactly. I don't know
Slightly
what. Yeah, I don't really know what he's talking about. Because on one end,
what is he talking about?
Right? On one end, he's like, okay, I'm apologizing. But then on the other end, he's like, oh, well, everybody got me wrong. Everybody got me wrong. Well, what is it? It does seem a little wishy-washy, right? Seems a little bit like he doesn't really know what he's even trying to say, you know? So this is an interesting apology, to say the least. It's a very interesting apology. Do you guys believe his apology? Do you guys believe that this is a sincere apology? Or do you guys feel like he's just trying to, you know, clean it up because of the backlash that he has gotten?
We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's listen to more of Stephen A. Smith. Smith.
Yeah, not
Smith. Just want to make sure. We shall see. Is he simping or is he not simping?
Came to me and you said to me that it came across as a bit dismissive. Stephen, you should have been more protective of her than that, because look at how he speaks. Look at how they act on Capitol Hill towards her. I understand that. But when somebody tries to take that to accuse me of being disrespectful or in any way misogynistic, I'm going to push back on that, because that's emphatically false. There's no truth to that whatsoever, and I'm not accepting that, and I'm not owning that. I can sit up there and I can look at Representative Jasmine Crockett. Do you know what I think she should be doing? I think she should be competing for the Senate seat in Texas or for the Attorney General spot, because she's qualified.
Oh,
I personally think Kamala Harris should have ran for governor of California.
I don't know about that.
I've said it for the record that if Michelle Obama was running for president, she would have beat Trump, in my opinion. I think she'd have done it.
Yeah, I think she would have beat Trump.
That's how I feel. But somehow, some way, it's never enough for some people out there. I understand.
He's saying it's never enough. Well, my thing is, okay, what are you really trying to say? Okay, so he's upset that people are saying, okay, you were being disrespectful. He's upset because people are calling him out because he was, you know, not being protective of a Black woman, which is something that we said right here on this show. We said, okay, you're calling her out, but you're not calling out the other side. And to his point, you know, we've heard Donald Trump say some off the wall stuff, okay? but you're not going for Donald Trump. You're not going for other people. You're strategically going after a Black woman,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And that's why when people say, you know, Black women are the least protected, that's what they mean. Because it's like, okay, you want to go after the easy target, basically, right? You're not going to go after the big dogs. You're going to go after Jasmine Crockett, you know? So it's like, I don't know, this apology is not given like a real apology, if you ask me.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yeah. It sounds somewhat real, somewhat true.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Yeah. I mean, what do you guys think? You guys think that this is a real apology? Is he really coming with remorse? Maybe he is. Maybe he didn't realize, hey, I'm coming off a bit harsh, you know, so maybe he didn't realize that. And so now he's trying to walk it back, let people know, hey, that's not how I meant it, you know, and I'm not taking ownership of, you know, being this person that you're portraying me out to be. Yeah, so I mean, I guess. But family, feel free to check out the rest of this video. It is relatively long. So we're not going to be able to go through it all, but feel free. It's on his channel, Straight Shooter with Stephen A. Smith. Feel free to check out the rest of what he said. As we heard, you know, he's basically trying to show his support for Black women now. Oh, you know, Michelle Obama. Oh, Kamala Harris. You know, so I don't know. He's really trying to walk it back now, it seemed like, you know, and say, hey, you know, I do support Black women.
Yeah.
Which to a certain extent I appreciate, right? Because at least, you know, you're trying to you know, let it be known that, hey, you know, I'm not just bashing Black women. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, like I don't know if I can just call him a straight up liar. I think part of me believes that he feels kind of bad about it. I say kind of because the reaction that he received, he got a lot of pushback, which caused him to do this apology, because I believe that it would hurt his reputation, especially in the Black community. It would hurt his image, his name. It would hurt his name. So I think this apology I thought it was a smart move on his part, to be honest with you.
Definitely.
Because yeah, he will. I mean, he'll basically like. Well, I don't know how tapped in the Black community is with Stephen A. Smith, but we really want to think about it.
I would say they're pretty tapped in.
Yeah, I mean,
because Black people, you know, we watch our sports, and one thing about Stephen A. Smith, I mean, do you think majority of his...
Maybe because I don't watch sports anymore, so it's kind of like, you know, he just talks sports, and now he's talking politics, so it's like, you know, but I think this helps his name. This helps his reputation to do this apology, and it's I know people probably saying a lot of crazy stuff, you know, because he apologized. I mean, that's why we're making this live stream, because of the outrage that he has received, and a lot of it is from pissed off, emotional Black men. But I think it was worth the apology. I'm actually glad that he did apologize. Personally, I thought it was the righteous move to do, to go out and apologize. It is the right thing to do. It takes courage. It's not easy to apologize, because when he was going on his rant, he was talking about having her come on the show, and you know, all these other politicians came on the show, but you ain't came on the show. We've invited you. He said, you know, I invited you on the show. I invited you to come on here, and you ain't came on the show. So he definitely changed his tune. Definitely. But I thought it was necessary. But even like just off tops, I thought it was the right thing to do. I don't think his reaction was not called for.
Yeah. The
way how he overreacted, and his tonality and the things that he said towards her, it didn't serve a purpose for him to act that way, in my opinion. So for him to apologize, I actually respect him for doing so.
Yeah, me too, for sure. Whether or not it was sincere, I don't know.
I think part of it is, though, because I mean, he is a Black man, and he is on the left.
Well, he claims to be independent.
Oh, because being okay, I thought he was on the left. Okay, my apologies, family, but I guess the people that he showed support, as we just heard,
We're
it
Democrats.
could be implied that he is on the left. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then we say on left, even that's kind of like, even that's kind of curious because, like, is he far left or are you center left? Because you have people that are center left, 51% left, 49% right. So you have, different stances, different beliefs, different perspectives, amongst our community. Not all of us are far left.
Yeah.
But yeah, I apologize for that. I did imply that it is implied that he is for the Democratic Party, but yeah.
Yeah, family. Well, feel free to let us know your guys' thoughts on Stephen A. Smith's apology. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he was simping for apologizing? What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think the apology was real? Let us know. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you guys in the chat. Let's go ahead on and get off into our next video. This video right here is, so, hey, I'm gonna just call it how I see it, is an emotional man. We're gonna let's do that one. Yeah, let's do that one.
They don't see this, by the way. We're off screen. We're off screen, babe. So they don't see this yet.
Cool. Okay, so family, we are gonna dig into this next video. This is an emotional black man, I would say, and he felt some type of way about Stephen A. Smith's apology. So let's go ahead on, and we are gonna dig off into that one.
Let's go full screen.
Said it. But Stephen A. is saying that because, again, he wants to see a black woman in power, right? He's putting his blackness before his actual politics, right? What he claims he believes. See, again, this is what I don't respect about people like Stephen A. What do you actually believe, bruh? Real talk, what do you believe? Are you the radical moderate that you present yourself as, or are you a progressive disguised as a moderate? Because to me, it seems like you're a progressive. Because only a progressive would say, well, see, I think that Jasmine Crockett should have a Senate seat. I want to see her do good in her career. Why? I don't want to see her do good in her career. I don't agree with her policies. I think her policies are destructive. Particularly for black folks, right? To be honest with you. So no, I don't want to see her do well. No, I don't want to see her get a Senate seat. No, I don't want to see her be a political leader. Yes, I want to see her lose. In politics, yes, I want to see her fail. Absolutely.
So as we can see right here, this is what the Black Conservative. Sorry, family, I'm not sure. Can we get what the name of the podcast?
Oh, the name of the channel? Yeah, as you can tell, we watch all the time.
Oh yeah. No. So this is a Black Conservative perspective. This is what he had to say. Basically, as we heard, hey, I don't want Jasmine Crockett to be winning in politics. Her politics are damaging to the Black community. Stephen A. Smith is wishy-washy. And basically, he's calling out Stephen A. Smith and saying, hey, you are a progressive, basically. Instead of a moderate, you are a progressive. So I think it's very interesting, how some people have really, really gotten upset about this whole Stephen A. Smith apologizing, and whether or not Jasmine Crockett is, going to be great for the Black community, or whether or not Jasmine Crockett has, the best politics. I do find it interesting that these guys, they go after her. Out of everybody else that they can go after, because mind you, there's plenty of people on both sides that they can choose to go after, but they choose to go after her. On top of that, something interesting that I heard him say was that he was like, well, you're I'm summarizing it, but basically what he was saying was that, like, basically Stephen A. Smith was putting his blackness above his politics, which I find interesting because it's like, oh, so is Stephen A. Smith supposed to be putting the politics above his blackness? It's interesting how he said that, right? Yeah, I think, in the Black community, we need to be putting ourselves above politics, and especially above choosing these sides. oh, well, you need to be on the left. Oh, you need to be on the right. Neither one of those sides have our best interests. We need to have our best interests. So we should be putting our blackness, our community first above whatever these politicians got going on. My personal opinion.
Yeah, these are just our views, family. Because if you ask me, it's the same bird, two wings. Two wings on the same eagle. It's the same bird, family. So I'm not saying that voting does not matter, especially on the local level and the state level. You can really bring some change with voting. So I think we could keep that in mind and feel free to vote, because you could make changes in your neighborhood, in your city, and in your state. But on the federal level, I find it to be more difficult for us to really see the change that we want to see. It's not to say that you should not vote or you can't vote on the federal level or the national level, I should say. But I just want to bring the point that you have a better chance changing where you live. In your city, your local, in your state,
your local community. Yes,
absolutely. So yeah, we want to get to the next.
Yeah,
source.
Let's go ahead on. We're going to get off into our next source, family.
Okay. Yeah, and like, this is not a diss if you're a Black conservative.
No.
I do find a lot of y'all interesting, though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to stereotype nobody, but man, it just seems like, man, a lot of Black conservatives. It's almost like they're like in denial or something. Like, it's like sometimes they forget that they're Black. And I say this out of love, as a mulatto being mixed, being light skinned. I find this weird, but I seen like it almost comes off like self-hate with some of them, not all of them, but it just comes off from that viewpoint.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, my family, they were Democrats. And so finding out that somebody who is Black was a Republican was like a complete surprise to me. Because I'm like, well, how can you be a Republican? Because in my head, hey, if you're a Republican, that means, you're racist or whatever the case may be. This was my thoughts, years ago. But still, that's how I felt. Now, what I would say is that, yeah, I do agree with you to a certain extent that a lot of these, especially these, Black conservative Republicans, a lot of the times they do come off very like, they don't have that like compassion, which I think is necessary because a lot of us in the Black community have gone through a lot. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not a fan of making excuses. I'm not a fan of, oh, well, it's me, we're never going to be able to overcome, because I don't believe in that. I believe that we do need to hold ourselves accountable. I do believe that we do have power. So that's the thing I don't like about the Democrats, and that's why we're not on either side, because I think I see the flaws on both sides. I think that the Democrats, while, they do have more support, they put you in that victim mentality where it's like everything is the white man's fault. And, you're never going to be able to do it. And I don't like that, so I think there's issues with both sides, honestly. And if I'm going to just be honest with you, I think you should, I think you should put yourself, you and your family and your community. I think you have to put it first, because nobody else is going to do that. Nobody else is going to put it first if you don't.
Well said. With that, let's get to the next source.
Yes.
We're going to watch another emotional Black man outraged.
Yes.
If you thought that was bad.
Man, wait. But wait, there's more.
Let's get it. This one right here. Yeah, this is interesting, fam.
Oh, man.
Probably could have guessed it, too.
Man.
Probably could have guessed it.
If you know, then, man, you know.
And by the way, I'm not a Republican. Don't get this red sweater confused.
Oh, I should have had my blue on.
Hey.
We're just playing family.
That's right. That's what it says on my website. It's actually titled Stephen A. Simp.
Oh, man.
Oh, we have the same idea. Oh, snap. What are the chances? This is actually my first time watching this film. So I promise you, I did not. Yeah, no.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tommy Sotomayor, and well, in another episode of Black Men Have No Spine, I'm here to talk to you guys about Stephen A. Simp, and that's because Stephen is a simp. Oh, he got a lot of smoke for a lot of people, but only the right people. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can only tell other people what they should be doing right. There's one group of people, though, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot tell what they should be doing right or what they are doing wrong. What they should not be doing, what they should not be saying, what isn't a good look, or what is your opinion. Isn't it amazing, ladies and gentlemen, that black men are to remain opinionless when it comes to something called black women and what they do or say? If you're a black man, you can't have an opinion at all. But if you're a black woman, you can have an opinion all day. Remember, ladies.
Where is he getting this from?
I don't know where he's getting this from because I see plenty of black men on YouTube with opinions.
There's a lot of, there's plenty of black men on YouTube with opinions that are making a lot of money.
Man.
They're making a lot of money based on their opinions.
And nobody is blocking them or banning them.
That are flat out wrong, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And that are biased. And that are misogynist, and that are anti-black woman,
and sometimes anti-black men as well. As you can hear, he was calling out black men, and he's calling out black women. This is Tommy Sotomayor, if you don't know, and he's calling out these people, saying, you know, black men don't have any backbone or whatever he was trying to say. So it is interesting that he's coming out like this and then acting as if, oh, I'm a victim because I can't say anything about black women, or I can't say anything, but black women, they can say whatever they want. I mean, clearly you're saying what you want. So I don't get this. I don't get this victim mentality.
Well, he has an opinion right now.
That's what I'm saying. You're on YouTube giving out your opinion.
Yeah, YouTube's allowing you to speak your mind.
Yeah, y'all see.
And he's a black man, right?
He is a black man with an opinion.
With a Captain America shirt. Interesting.
Yep, and the Marilyn Monroe posters.
Hey, did you catch that though? Ain't got the nerve to bash black women.
Man.
I mean, I like, shout out to Captain America. I used to, play the little video games back in the day and the little comic books and stuff, Marilyn Monroe, legend, but this is what you want on your YouTube channel?
Man, it's interesting.
While bashing black women? Do you see the subliminals? Captain America?
I know. You see
Captain
that,
America,
right?
though. That's the all-American hero right there.
Man.
They don't get more all-American than that. And you know what I mean when we say all-American, fam. Read between the lines.
Yeah, I wonder what he sees when he looks in the mirror. I'll just be curious.
Captain America.
He sees Captain America. Yep.
Not the remake.
No,
not the remake.
No.
With Falcon.
The original.
Yeah, Falcon was Falcon. He got handed that position. But the original. I don't know. This is interesting. No, we're just having fun. Yeah, it's not personal at all. Trust us. No. We are not upset whatsoever. We are not outraged.
Indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the photo I showed you guys earlier. Well, from the photo I showed you guys earlier, that black woman was able to say whatever she wanted to black men, wasn't she? She was able to call black men whatever she wanted to, wasn't she? And do you think anybody had a problem with what she said about black men? Nope. You think anybody asked her if she loved her father? You think anybody told her that she hated herself? Do you think anybody told her she needed to get therapy? Hell, they probably never told her she had to get Theraflu. No, they can rant as much as they want, and they can rant.
Okay, so apparently he's upset about this comment. Can you blow it up a little bit, baby?
That's as big as it can go. That's as big as it can go, I believe.
No, so it's okay. I just wanted to see it from here.
Yeah, I can.
No, it's okay. I think
us out the window.
I think it's fine. I just want to be able to see it.
Okay, let me.
You could just put it back to this. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So as we can hear,
But then they can see it. They want to be able to see it, the audience.
oh yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, we apologize, family. There we go.
There we go. There we go.
All right.
Sorry about that, family. This is live. All right. So as we can see, apparently this is what Tommy said. Tommy Sotomayor. What he said. He said redheads and black men belong together. They are black women without the weave and bad attitudes. LOL. Now he got a response. Mind you, he's a black man with an opinion, freely stating his opinion. Now, listen, you can state your opinion, but that doesn't mean that people are not going to critique it. If you state an opinion, yes, on social media, trust me, people are going to have responses for you. People are going to state their opinions as well, and they might not agree with you. But all of a sudden, he's a victim because people are coming at him for what he's saying. No, you can have an opinion, but yeah, people are going to say what they have to say about their opinion of your opinion. So let's see what she had to say. So, are you still hating your mom because your daddy left? Hate your mom, not the entire diaspora. And also, don't use that excuse because you want to date white women. Nobody checks for you inwards anyway. White women know they can get away with unaliving you, and they begot the power so. And then a little shrug shoulders emoji. So that was her response. And of course, Tommy didn't like the response. And so now he's going on a rant. Oh, well, these black women, they can just say whatever they want. Well, I mean, you're saying what you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very interesting.
Yep. Yeah. And then wants to play victim on top of that.
Man.
This is all by design. Like, I don't watch Tommy Sotomayor, as you can tell, but this is all orchestrated. He planned this out. It's like he's going out of his way to trigger our community to react, and he's getting paid for it. And he's benefiting off of it. He's benefiting off of pissing off black women and black men that defend and care and love black women. And those who just straight up not feeling what he's saying, he's getting a reaction off of this. So
it could be one black dude do something to them. They can rant about all black dudes. Yeah, I know this one guy did something to me, but well, what I'm going to do right now is rant against them all because they're all a problem for me, and that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to say they're all a problem.
All black women do that?
It's so hypocritical though, because
not all black women do that.
Not all black women do that.
He's going to give like one example, a few examples.
Yeah, and
because you're gonna have some angry black women out there.
For sure.
We know that's facts. We're not speaking about the bitter black woman that just goes out of her way not to keep a man. We're not defending that, but
no.
We definitely should defend our black women. We should defend our women, but I don't know what he is talking about.
It's odd what he's talking about, and it's hypocritical because he's talking about this woman for stating, talking about him basically, and he's saying, oh, well, you're talking about all black men because one black man hurt you. Well, in his comment, he's talking about black women. As you can see, they are black women without the weaves and bad attitudes. So you're saying that black women have weaves, all black women have weeds and bad attitude. That's what you're saying right here. But on the flip side, oh, well, she can't put us all in the same category. Well, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Very hypocritical.
Yep.
Make sure, guys, when you come in here and you start watching the show, do the world a favor and click the like. There's no reason why you should come in here and do this.
All right, family. You guys can feel free to listen to all of what he had to say. But basically, as we can hear, he thinks that Stephen A. Smith is a simp, as we heard earlier in the video, calling him Stephen A. Simp. you know, and then going into, hey, black men, we can't say nothing, we can't do nothing, basically playing the victim card. And then going to turn around and say that, you know, oh, well, black women, they get hurt by one black man, and then they call out all black men, which we know is not every black woman, obviously.
Right.
But it is interesting that he can't see what he's doing, but he can point out easily what a black woman is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
that's not us saying that black women don't have any flaws or they don't have any faults, because we call out both sides. Like, we're all about keeping accountability around here. But if we're going to keep accountability, let's keep it on both sides. Because what I see a lot of times is a lot of these men, they want to hold the black woman accountable. Let me hold the black woman accountable. But they don't want to hold the black man accountable.
Right.
Where's the balance in that?
Yeah. We can't have a community if we can't hold each other accountable, family. And I'm not feeling this weird energy from certain black men out there, which is called for what it is, the emotional, sensitive ass black men out there that go out of their way and go on social media and spread the false narrative that black women are angry, that black women are ghetto, that black women are, blase, fill in the blank, family. So, and also for black men to react and go out of their way and say that Stephen A. Smith, there you go, Stephen A. Smith is simping for apologizing. There's something wrong. There's something internally wrong with that ideology.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think you're a simp for apologizing
to a black woman. Because you're not supposed to apologize to a black woman, apparently.
Yeah.
You know.
So he's just supposed to just defend his pride, him being wrong. For Stephen A. Smith, he got into his pride. He got out of pocket. He took it too far with his reaction, with his rant, and he apologized for it. Now, whether if he was sincere with his apology, we can debate that. We can go back and forth, family. However, he did say, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And you got emotional black men that are out there reacting and saying that he is a simp for doing so. I don't think that he's a simp for apologizing. I don't make where's the correlation to that?
Yeah. Just
that whole mindset that you're a simp for apologizing to a woman, a black woman. To me, just the math don't add up. The math don't add up, fam.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. He's all in his emotions, and it's just interesting too, because it's like you always hear them talking about, the black woman this, the black woman that, but then they want to go and do what they're saying that the black woman is doing, right? So you're saying that the black woman is talking about you, is calling you out, da 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 da, but then you're doing the same exact thing,
right?
And you're a man.
Yeah, it's called being a hypocrite.
You're a hypocrite. You're a man. Mm-hmm. I mean, listen, usually the women are known for doing the gossip. The women are known for being emotional, but man, seems like things have flipped in these times.
Yeah, I can't relate to that energy. I don't know what that energy is about. To sit around in your mama's basement and disrespect the black woman online with other black men that have a low vibration like that person. I don't understand that. That's like a low place to be in. And I've been in a low place before, but I've never been that low where I had to go online and disrespect our women in our community. I can't relate to that. I don't know what it is. We just cut from another cloth. We cut from realness.
Man, it's facts,
The school of thought we come from, you defend black women. You protect black women. Not go online and gossip like little girls at a high school talking bad about black women. It just doesn't add up, family. It's crazy.
Yeah, no,
and yet you can get paid and you can grow your subscribers on YouTube by disrespecting black women. Shout out to YouTube. We're on YouTube, but there is an appetite for disrespecting black women, and we gotta stand up and say something about it. And notice that we are coming after emotional black men. Sorry about that. Emotional black men. We're not saying black men, not all black men, because I'm not talking about the real black men out there that defend and protect our women and our children. We're talking about that emotional ass black man who ain't got nothing going on in his life. He's bitter, he mad, he whack, he boosie, but he's gonna go out of his way and play himself by disrespecting our women.
Yeah, I don't get how they think it's masculine to do that, right? Like, to me, that doesn't come off as masculine. If you're talking about a woman, and you're a grown man, how is that masculine? Like, I don't know. Like, they think, I don't know. What do they think? Like, I guess, I don't know. I guess all of them and all their he-men, women hater men all get together and they talk about women. It's like, that's not masculine. That's very feminine. So it's like, they're bringing out that, they got that feminine energy. And maybe that's why when they see a real woman, they get upset. Maybe because they in their feminine energy.
Hey,
do they think it's competition? I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe so. Maybe some of these guys need to go ahead on and come out the closet. I'm not sure, but it's coming off very emotional. It's not coming off masculine. And again, as we've said before, you don't see other races doing this.
No, you don't.
You don't see other races doing this.
Yeah, you're gonna see disrespect, but not to where our community's taking it. You do not see this.
You don't see them having full-on platforms dissing their own women in their own community. If so, y'all let us know who they are. Let us know. The people who in our community, they get 1 million subscribers for dissing their own.
Yep.
It's wild. It's wild.
Look, I ain't got the time and day, family. I'm too busy. We're too occupied. We're focused on the blessings. We're focused on goals and getting them done. We are focused on our vision, family. We ain't got time to be on the internet gossiping. I ain't got the time to be on the internet gossiping with other men and other individuals that think just like me. I'm not with the gossip. The gossip is against the Bible, family. Just if we want to be straight up with it.
That's right.
Gossip is against the Bible. It says in Leviticus not to be a talebearer. A talebearer is a gossiper. It is a person who goes around and sells gossip. They sell gossip. They are a gossip merchant. They sell lies. They sell slander. That's what a gossiper is. That is what a talebearer is. Somebody who sells slander. And we have sensitive, emotional black men that are in the business of selling slander. They are breaking that commandment in the Bible. You should not be a slanderer. You should not be a gossiper, a talebearer.
That's right.
But apparently, maybe they're just not familiar with that, or they go out of their way to ignore the Bible and tap into Satan.
Yeah, like you said, it's definitely going against the Bible. Who knows if they're reading their Bible? Sometimes it doesn't come off that way, especially with the content that they come up with. And it's just straight like bashing. It's not even like constructive criticism. It's not like, hey, maybe you could do this or that. And the third, it's like, oh, well, she's this and she's that and she's ghetto and it's just like, you're just.
And they think it's funny. They sit around and they think it's funny.
That's how
they find it entertaining.
Yeah.
Like you have to be at that's what I'm saying. Like
a low state. Yeah.
A very low state of mind to be like, what is not going on in your life? I was gonna say what's going on, but obviously there ain't much going on. So what is not going on in your life? What are the things that you are missing out on? What is the life that you are missing out on? The opportunities that you're not taking advantage of, because you are obviously passing them up to go online and gossip with your little boys, with your little boyfriends online and think it's cute. If that ain't gossiping, I don't know what is.
I don't know what is. That's not being a terrible, right?
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. And it's like they selling out their own. Mind you, these are men who got Black moms and sisters. And if they have children, they got Black daughters, okay? And you're selling your own out for some money. That's what it is. You're like, hey, you know what? I know that this is a group of women that's not very protected. So let me go after them. I'm not going to go after, the men out here that ain't doing right. I'm not about to go after nobody else. Nope. I'm going to go after my own women in my own community. And like I said last week, if you have an issue with the way that Black women are doing certain things, which, mind you, we don't even hear them saying that. All we hear them saying is that she's ghetto and she wears weave. Okay. But if you guys have an issue with that, why not come to the women in your own family and talk to them about it? Because
they want to go on the internet and get paid.
Exactly. And
you get their little subscribers up and all of that. And,
so to me,
IG or whatever platform that they're on social media, they're selling out for the bag.
Exactly. So to me, they don't really even have a real gripe with the Black women. Because if you did, you can make a change, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you're a Black man, right? You're the leader in the community, right? Okay. So let's make the change then. Make the change. You be the man. You be the leader. Okay. Be the leader in your own family. And I mean, that's the easiest way you could start. The easiest way, if you feel like there's an issue, the easiest way you can change that issue is within your own family. Within your own family.
But then they use that as a cop-out too. Like they blame Black women to justify dating outside the community. I don't know why. Maybe this is my guess. Like they feel like they have to attack Black women because Black women get mad at them for dating outside the community, like, dating a white woman or whatever. And there's instances where you are going to get some pushback from certain Black women. Absolutely. But you got to look at individually. You can't lump a whole group of people together. You can't lump all Black women together. We shouldn't generalize anybody's family. But I think that Black men who date outside the community, some of them, they felt pushback from Black women. And it's created that hate, that animosity, where the Black man feels like they have to clap back or diss the Black women. Because you're going to get those times where Black women, they may roll their eyes or they may say something when this Black man is pulling up with a white woman or with somebody else. They might say something. They might give you the eye or whatever. Why are you looking for that attention? Why are you going out of your way to focus on other people's reaction? That's another story. You shouldn't be caught up on how other people are reacting to your relationship. You should be focused on your relationship. So just keep that in mind. It's my perspective, but you shouldn't be caught up on everybody else's reaction.
Yeah.
Because you're not dating everybody else. You are with the person that you with your spouse, with your spouse to be, I hope.
Yeah.
But maybe I think that because some of that pushback that Black men get from Black women when they date outside the community, they feel like they have to get revenge by attacking Black women online.
Yeah, I do think that's part of it. I think the other part of it that no one really wants to talk about is that a lot of these guys, the Black women turned them down. A lot of these guys, they didn't get a lot of attention from Black women growing up. They weren't, that guy that they were going after. So they're feeling some type of way about it. And now they got hatred for Black women because, oh, well, you guys just wanted this guy over here, but you guys never wanted me. So now I'm going to get back at you by dating outside of my race, So I think, I definitely think it's a combination of things, right? But, to the point of what you're saying, Black women, I do think that we should not be going, rolling our eyes or, going crazy because you see a Black man with a woman that's outside of his race. I don't think it doesn't do anything, right? It doesn't do anything. It just makes you come off odd. It just comes off odd. It comes off weird. I don't think we should do that. I think, hey, if that's what someone wants to be with, let them do them. Let them be with who they want to be with, right? We don't have to react to it. We don't have to call them out of their names or anything of the sort. Let them do them, and you do you,
Yes, and man. And also I like to say, Man, I forgot my thought. I apologize for they had my thought. We can just
No,
move
it's
on
all
to the
good.
next stuff. Yeah, I was like, oh man, I forgot my thought. Apologize for that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So, do you think that Black men are being emotional, or do you think they're justified for some of the things that they say, some of the critiques that they give to Black women?
That's a variety. That's a really general question. I think I'm talking about the emotional Black man. I'm not talking about Black men. I'm not talking about the real ones. I ain't. No, all my Black kings out there. Hey, we know what it is. We're gonna defend our women. We ain't tripping. We ain't on the internet gossiping. We're actually getting work done. We
right.
busy with our lives. We moving on up. we are following our vision and we are accomplishing our vision. We're
That's
getting
right.
things done around here. But no, I'm only talking about the emotional Black man. I don't understand. So maybe if you could rephrase that question in a way where I can answer it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm only talking about a certain type. I'm talking about the ones that are on the internet that are saying the things that we've heard today.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I'm. That's the outrage that I just don't understand.
Yeah.
I think it's just weird.
Yeah. Well, do you think those emotional Black men on the internet, do you think they have any point to what they're saying?
Yeah, I mean, there's truth in everything. I mean, you can hear truth. Evil people who've committed murder and done some evil things. I bet if you listen to them long enough, they'll say something that's true.
Mm-hmm.
You can find truth from everybody. Everybody's will say something that's true to a certain point. So are there certain gripes that are true? Absolutely. But does it justify them whining, complaining, bitching online? No, it doesn't justify that. And bitch is not a cuss word, by the way. It's in context.
Mm-hmm.
It's like complaining, honestly. So I say that I'm not referring to you as a bitch. I'm not calling you out your name. But hey, if you feel offended, hit dog hollers. But I'm not offending you. I'm just offending. I'm coming at the behavior.
Mm-hmm.
The behavior is strange. But are they justified? Absolutely not. Are some of their gripes true? Yeah. But so what? So what? I can name some evil people right now. I don't want to name them.
Mm-hmm.
And they said some things, a few things, maybe one thing that was true, but it doesn't make them right. It doesn't give them the pass. It doesn't give emotional Black men a pass
Mm-hmm.
to be a bummer clap.
Yeah. No, I fully agree with you, babe. Do you think that, okay, because as we've heard, Tommy Sotomayor basically was calling Stephen A. Smith a simp. Do you think that because a man apologizes to a Black woman because, hey, maybe he says something in the heat of the moment, maybe he didn't mean it, he wants to take it back, do you think that man is a simp now because he took it back and he's apologizing?
Absolutely. He's absolutely a simp. As you can tell by my sarcasm, no, absolutely not. Like I mentioned earlier, I believe that Stephen A. Smith did the right thing. Now, how sincere was he? We don't know, family. I don't know. Was he, is he half sincere?
Mm-hmm.
Was it just something maybe he wasn't sincere at all? Let us know what you think, fam. But no, apologizing to a Black woman for being wrong is not being a simp. It's being righteous. It's doing the right thing. It's doing what the Most High wants us to do. And we should apologize to one another. And apologizing, it's not easy. It takes effort. It takes killing your pride. And a lot of men, we suffer with pride. We puff ourselves up with pride. And really, it's really to cover up how fragile that a lot of us can be. And I say can. You can choose to be fragile or you could choose to be tough and resilient. But a lot of men out there are actually really, really sensitive. And their ego is easy to break, even to the point where you can shatter their ego. And men, they walk around like, we are tough, we are resilient, but really there's a lot of men that can be broken down really quickly and that are really sensitive. So a lot of men do not like to have their pride destroyed. But in the words of J. Cole, pride is the devil. We have to destroy our pride in
Yeah.
order to get close to God, in order to really have joy in our lives and to really have relationships with our lives. We have to learn how to apologize. And it's not easy, but it's something that has to be done. And it's how we keep our relationships together, is when we talk about them, we work them out, and we come to a resolution, and we apologize. So no, I think Stephen A. Smith did the right thing. And honestly, I encourage our community to do the same thing, especially if you are in a marriage. That word apologize, it is like a cuss word, because it's something that you probably do not want to bring up or even say, but it's something that we have to do to maintain our relationships.
That's right.
So yeah, for these black men to go out of their way saying that Stephen A. Smith was a simp for apologizing, I don't know. I think maybe part of it is maybe they find it so entertaining, they don't realize what they're saying. They don't realize the destruction in their words, because they're just so entertained by bashing and disrespecting black women and being goofy about it and throwing jokes and all of that. I think that even with our sense of humor, just generally speaking, sometimes we can get too carried away to the point where we actually lose our integrity. We actually lose our character.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have a sense of humor and to have jokes. I encourage this family. We, as you can tell, hanging out with us, we like to crack jokes. We like to smile. We like to have fun. But it is a line you have to maintain. And I think that like certain black men, they may not be the emotional black man, but they might just be going out seeking a good laugh or something to laugh at, to watch. And they're hearing these jokes, these disrespectful jokes towards black women, where they find it funny because some of the jokes actually do have some humor in there. There's actually some punchlines within the humor. Not all the jokes are terrible jokes. There's some truth in them. However, when you mix some of those jokes that do have some truth with it, and you mix it in with just straight up hatred towards the black women, then that's when it becomes a problem. And that's why we got to be careful with the things we find entertaining. Because I do believe there are men that will watch Tommy Sotomayor or will watch the Black Conservative. They will watch both of those men, and they're not necessarily emotional. They're not necessarily emotional black men who can't control themselves, who acts like a little girl, but they find some of their jokes to be funny. And because some of the stuff that they do say actually does have truth in it, they might resonate with them to a certain degree. So there's probably some of that. I'm not saying everybody that listens to them is in the emotional black man category, but there's truth in some of those jokes. But I just want to say that we got to be careful what we find entertaining. We have to choose our entertainment wisely and carefully. It's kind of like drinking. You got to be careful with it. Go ahead. Hey, if you can handle some alcohol, go ahead and have a drink. You feel me? But don't get sloppy. Don't get ugly. And I think that's what happens with our black men. We go out of our way to seek entertainment. Why are we doing that? Why are we seeking distractions? It's programmed for the community to distract us, but why are we choosing to be distracted? That's another story. That's another question we have to ask ourselves. Why are we choosing to be distracted? Instead of focus on goals. But let's be careful with the entertainment that we choose, because we can get caught up in this YouTube world where we are addicted to watching low vibration content. Low vibration content that is destructive to our community, destructive to our black women.
100%. You know, I also think that it, you know, for the younger generation, you know, the younger generation of men, you know, and maybe some of those men don't have, you know, a father figure in their life. So they might be watching some of this content and getting the wrong idea, right? Thinking that, oh, well, if I apologize, then that means I'm a simp. Or, oh, well, you know, I need to be talking to black women in this certain type of light, or I need to be looking at them in this sort of way, because that's what these guys that I'm watching on YouTube, that's how they treat them. So it must be true. And it's a shame, because obviously we know that that's not the truth, right? There's always going to be, in every community, there's a bad element in every community, right? So to make it seem as if, we're just going to paint all Black women in one light, I think is wrong. I think it's hurtful, not only to the men, but also to the women, obviously, and it's keeping our community divided, right? And so we wonder why this content gets so much light. Well, who knows? I'm not saying this for a fact. This is a little conspiracy theory.
No, all right.
But it could be pushed to the forefront on purpose to keep us divided, because a community divided is never going to be able to stand.
Yeah. That's right. Well said. That was well said.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Well, family, hopefully you're not acting like an emotional Black man. Let's do better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not go out of our way and disrespect Black men for apologizing to Black women. You can't make this up. You can't make this stupidity up.
Man, I know.
This asked a 9, asked a 10, asked 11, asked a 12. In other words, it's ass. Don't do that, family. Let's do what the Most High wants us to do. Let's apologize to one another.
Yeah.
And one video was entitled, I'll get my closing by saying one video was entitled, it was from Sotomayor. He says, Stephen A. Smith bends the knee to Black women and simps over telling the truth about Jasmine Crockett. Whereas men, we must bend the knee. We must bend the knee. In order to marry our wife to be, we have to bend the knee.
That's right.
In order to make amends, to apologize, you have to bend the knee. You don't have to physically, but figuratively, you have to bend the knee. You have to lower yourself. You have to humble yourself. That's what it means to humble yourself. It means to lower yourself from a Hebrew mindset, from a Hebrew, when you look into the Hebrew word, humble, you lower yourself. So Stephen A. Smith bending the knee and apologizing, humbling himself is the holy thing to do.
That's right.
And if we want to keep our relationships, if we want to make sure our relationships are happy, we must apologize. We must bend the knee. We must humble ourselves.
That's right. That's right. Don't let these people on YouTube tell you, oh, you shouldn't have to apologize, and telling all this thing. This is for men and this is for women, right? We need to put our pride aside, especially when it comes to, those relationships that you want to keep, whether it be your spouse, whether it be family members, whether it be coworkers, friends, whatever the case may be. Sometimes you're going to have to put your pride aside. And sometimes you're just going to have to apologize. Sometimes you're just going to have to humble yourself. And I think sometimes, especially in the community, people see that as a sign of weakness, or they're calling it out. Oh, you're a simp, this, that, and the third. But family, that's actually strength. There's actually strength in being able to humble yourself and being able to put your pride to the side and say, you know what? Hey, I was wrong. You know what? I said that. And especially on a public platform, right? Like Stephen A. Smith. He went on a public platform and decided to apologize. He didn't have to do that, right? He didn't have to do that. He was still going to have a big platform, and of course, all the people who, was loving hearing what he had to say about Jasmine Crockett, they would have still been on his side. So, but he decided to humble himself, and he decided to say, you know what? I'm going to put my pride aside, and I'm going to give an apology. And so I actually think that takes strength.
It does, because it's difficult. It actually takes strength to apologize, to humble yourself. It's hard to do. Sure. And beautifully said. Yes, because when we are weak in the Most High, we are strong. We are strong in the Most High when we are weak.
That's right.
And family, that's the recipe of holding on to relationships. And whether they are with your spouse or with your friendships, we have to learn how to apologize. We have to, Black man, we have to man up and do the right thing. And I believe Stephen A. Smith did the right thing. And all these emotional Black men that are reacting and outraged, they are doing the wrong thing.
Yeah. I will have to agree, baby.
All right. Well, family, we finna get up out of here. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jaden.
And I'm Jazz.
Until next time. Peace.
Peace.